29야드. 원바운드, 투바운드. 원바운드? 오케이.
You do what you wanted?
내가 커밋했어? 네. 28야드.
He hit a perfect shot.
네가 생각을 천 거야. 네.
Perfect shot.
퍼펙트 샷.
You've got two options here, the way I see it. And this is where it's very important with the short game process that we analyze the lie first. I think he's got very unlucky here because the lie is bad. So he's a little lit back into the grain here and it's a little wet. Ideally on this shot he would hit something higher and spinnier and softer, but because the lie was the way it was, it's very difficult to do off of this line, right? So what I want to do is hit two more shots. He's going to try and play the same shot again, but I want him to try and draw it, right? And then the second shot, we're going to try and play the high spin. Because you could see he hit a perfect shot there and it just went.
그 언덕을 차고 올라가기 위해서.
So he's going to land it in the same spot, but this time with some draw spin. Can you play the ball a little further back, more to right toe? Very good. Right, so two exactly the same shots. One's come in lower with draw, so it chased up, right? One just stopped. Okay. Now just to try, let's try and hit the high.
트라이 한번 해보자. 이거는 58도로 뛰어서.
I think this is a tougher shot. So this is going to feel more like a fade, like a high fade. Good. Like I would say that is a very good shot too. He's not going to make bogey from there. He's got a chance for birdie. So a lot of what we're doing here is making a decision as to like, am I in a good position to make a birdie here? Like even though we're close to the hole here, this is a very difficult shot. So we're trying to pick a shot that goes to the pin or slightly long. So even there, he's got a 20-footer for birdie. He's going to make a birdie or he's going to make a par. But that was really nice. So we kind of learned a little different shot there. So like this is how unlucky this was, right? He got there, but if he was here, it's down green. All of a sudden this shot's really easy. He's got a yard here and now it's into the green and in the...
여기는 프리킥 때문에 스핀 매기 어렵다는 거.
Like,
운이 안 좋은 거야 이런 데는.
Right? It's like this shot's much easier. I taught you a different way of reading the green, which is looking at the hole and aiming at the hole and imagining where you would miss the putt. So let's do that on this one and then we'll run equivalent. So if you were to aim this putt at the hole, where do you think you would miss?
어느 정도 휘어지는지. 똑바로 쳤을 때 그 정도 휘어질 것 같아?
Okay, so then you'd go the same equivalent the other side. Right? So that gives us a really good starting point. So then from there you'd kind of visualize it and be like, do I feel like that's the right amount of break? Personally, I think the greens are too slow for it to break that much. So I think it's a little bit less, but...
덜 먹을 것 같지만 그다음 톡을.
Wow, he had it. That was a great read.
잘했어.
Yeah.
잘 라이 본 거야, 너가.
Well done. Well done. Good. So this is really good. Now we're talking about yardage acquisition, right? So in yardage acquisition, we go pin first, then we go uphill or downhill, then we go wind, we go then temperature, and then if we need to land it short or long, depending on how firm or soft the greens are. So we're trying to get to a playing number, and what we love here about the foresight quad is that we're basically trying to get that number on the quad. Right, so let's run through that again. We had 191 to the pin, uphill 7, 198. We think the wind's a little into?
윈이 어떻게 돼? 바람이.
그냥 바로 훅.
도와주는 거 안 도와주는 거?
Just straight across.
Yeah, across.
Right, based off the last hole, right? So nothing for wind, and then it's a little bit cold. How much are we going to add for the cold?
200.
Okay, good. So now we're at 200, right?
200 다 우리가 결정한 거야.
So that's how we're going to get to decide what you want. Now, we've got a very difficult hole. We had a couple of easier holes where we just missed out on our birdie, but this is a very difficult hole. So we're trying to create a shot where we kind of guarantee ourselves a par and maybe we get a birdie chance. So we know with your fade, what we want to do is take the most amount of fade right miss that you would have and take the pin and go that far left. So I think you should be aiming at that tree that's about 30 feet to the left of the pin. And this is very hard for people to understand, is a great shot is going to end up 30 feet left and your bad shot is going to move towards the pin. But either way you make a par or a birdie.
성현아, 핵심이 밴드위스의 핵심은 너가 그 굿샷이 나와도 30피트, 10m고 네. 최악의 샷으로 가도 너가 핀으로 붙는 거니까
네.
되게 마음 편하게 먹을 수 있겠지.
네.
오케이.
Did you do what you wanted?
네.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so did the ball go left because of your old move, or did the ball go left because of the wind?
완전 좋아요.
Yeah, so let's come and have a look. Let's have a look at the...
그럼 지금 보자.
So we're looking for the club head to track up through shaft plane, up through your hands. The swing was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really
doesn't
good.
matter.
So we know that it was the wind that moved it over.
생각보다 바람이 셌네.
Right? So now we learned next time we have something like this, maybe we can go a little closer to the pin because the wind's moving it this way. But either way, that's a great miss over there, and then the chip's very, very easy. What was our number?
넘버 뭐야? 196.
Okay, so about four yards. Okay, good. Well done.
190? 190?
10야드.
10 yards. 190.
190.
Oh, okay. We're trying to hit 200. Did you hit it solid?
잘 쳤어?
살짝 위에 맞았어.
Little high in the face.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Does he want to hit another one?
하나 더 쳐. 바람 때문에.
So this time, because of the wind, we'll go a little bit more aggressive. Sung, let's play a very aggressive shot. And we'll go at the left edge of that bush behind. This is a very aggressive
우리가
shot.
좀-
So what we're doing is basically like having his cut hold the wind.
핀보다 5야드 왼쪽.
Old swing there, wasn't it? Swing okay? Really?
아 솔직하게 얘기해봐.
뭐 지금 느낌은 약간
어.
테이크는 괜찮은데
어.
이렇게 맞을 때 다쳐가지고.
Take back, okay? Impact, cross, base.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of wind. I mean, it's just not a shot you can get close to, right? It's like he's got a right pin with a right to left wind with an absolutely don't miss right shot, right? So it's like I want his miss to go on the pin. You know what I mean? Like those two shots are pretty good shots, but it's like he's hit it straight and it's just kind of moved. The only way he would get it close is aiming at the pin and then like hitting a bad shot that kind of holds. Does that make sense?
So it's hard to hit it close.
Yeah, but I mean, you could stand here and hit it. You could stand here and hit 100 balls and not hit one close. So great players, and this is what I've learned being on the PGA Tour, is like the best ball strikers in the world recognize that this is a very difficult shot, and they make sure they miss it over here. Let's say I play this 4 times, I make my 3 pars and make a bogey. So I average 3.25, and the tour's averaging 3.6. I'm trying to birdie the first hole because I got a wedge in. Trying to birdie the second hole because I got a wedge in. Trying to make a par here.
한 번은 파.
상현아 어디 보고 칠 거야?
저기 한 5야드 왼쪽.
오케이 다시 한번 시도해보는 거야?
5 yard left.
Let's play a silly shot here.
Okay.
Let's do a silly shot. Give me one that aim right edge and try and cut it. Right edge of the green. And then we just hope that the wind kind of holds it. Right, it's the only way he's going to get it closed. This is a great shot.
바람이 정말 센 거야, 그지? 그러니까 여기서 너가 알아야 되는 거는 첫 번째 샷을 놨을 때 너가 착각하면 안 돼, 그지?
네.
너 스윙을 의심하지 마.
네.
그래서 제일 첫 번째가 상황을 파악하는 거고 바람을 확인하는 거잖아, 그지?
네.
그러니까 의심하기 시작하면은 스윙이 계속 너가 18홀 동안 네 스윙을 유지할 수가 없어,
Check this out.
그지? 오케이.
So I have a short game process that I want my players to use. Number 1, they're going to analyze the lie. The lie is going to dictate how much spin you can create. Number 2, you're going to pick a landing spot, preferably on the same flatness of the green, and preferably 10 feet on the green, 3 meters. So for this shot, I would be coming up and going 1, 2, 3. That's where I want the landing spot to be. Okay, now come here. And then from there, you're visualizing the trajectory and spin you need to get it to land on your spot and go in the hole. We know this is a chip and run. What we're trying to figure out is what club we're going to use for the chip and run. Right? Now, what I'm going to do is take from where the ball is to where the pin is and cut it in half. So we know our landing spot there is about 35%. Now, 35% carry to run is usually a 9-iron, right? So, you have a ball. If you just run a normal 9-iron chip and run, right, and try and land it on that spot, little too hard. So maybe because it's a little downhill, maybe pitching wedge will be perfect.
피칭 enough.
So let's train it. Good. So that landed right on our spot, didn't it? Good. And then really good distance. Excellent. So it's really like it just makes a really like kind of complicated shot where we could do 10 things, and you were just like, no, this is the one thing I'm going to do.
여기가 이제 지금 여기 떨어뜨리면 10피트인데 슬라이스 라인이라고 좀 내리막이잖아요. 저쪽은 평지인데 참 평지성 오르막인데 그럼 어디 떨고 하면 좋나요?
Yeah, I would love for him to land it on the flat spot, but then that's going to be a different shot. But let's try that too, right? But now it's probably not a chip and run now, right? So the flat spot would be here.
여기가 평지.
Then what shot would he hit to land it there? So, like, which shot did he think was easier?
어떤 샷이 더 쉬웠어? 피칭 wedge.
Yeah.
그럼 되고.
아니 성현아, 이게 너가 지금 궁금한 점을 내가 알 것 같은데, 이 다운 슬로프에서 여기를 랜딩을 하지 말라고 평지를 찾으라고 한 이유는 이 다운 슬로프에 맞게 되면 이 같은 랜딩 지점에도 토탈 거리가 많이 달라져. 당연히 이쪽에 경사도에 많은 데 맞으면 빠르게 나갈 거고, 여기는 좀 덜 나갈 거고, 불규칙하니까 평지를 찾아서 거기서 랜딩을 하라고 한 건데, 여기서는 너가 그 샌드하고 피칭하고 그 불편했던 것들이 뭐가 달랐는지를 너가 알고 가야 돼. 그러니까 샌드를 찾게 됐을 때는 저긴 평지긴 그 이점은 있지만 다른 것들이 피칭이 더 스윙이 작으니까 컨택하기가 더 편했던 거야. 근데 만약에 이렇게 너가 뭐 여기가 랜딩 지점이 플랫하지 않고 경사져 있으면 플랫한 데가 이점이 있는 건 확실히 있어. 무슨 말인지 알지? 당연히 여기는 그거에 대한 그 불편한 게 있는 거야. 왜냐면 불규칙하니까 토탈 거리가. Okay.
What we're trying to do is pick a landing spot where if you execute short, left, right, or long, the ball's going to react the same way. That's why we're trying to pick a landing spot. And I've never met a person who's better at a big swing than they are a small swing. Like that's why I want it 3 meters away, because like if someone tries to land it here and they land it there,
여기다 랜딩하는데 갑자기 잘 까면 여기 맞으면 어떻게 안
it's
가잖아.
totally different.
그래서 세 발자국 그린에서 둘셋 했을 때 좀 실수하더라도 그린 가잖아. 근데 여기 랜딩한다면 좀 뒷땅 맞고 하면 바로 졸퍼덕 하니까. 큰 스윙 할수록 더 실수 많이 나오니까 최대한.
Right, so we went to the range and we talked about how to control the dynamic loft as it's coming into the ball. The dynamic loft is the loft of the club delivered when it hits the ball.
다이나믹 로프트가 뭐냐면 맞을 때 이 헤드의 각도, 맞을 때 각도, 런치 앵글이랑 다른 거야. 맞을 때 헤드의 각도.
So I gave Song a little drill to create the impact position with this lead wrist more flexed to deal off the club, and then just turn and swing through with that feeling. So show me that practice swing that we were doing this morning. Beautiful. So let's hit a shot with the drill. How far are we trying to hit this?
86야드인데 바람 살짝 있어가지고 3야드 정도.
마이너스 3.
그리고 날씨 한 2야드.
Weather plus 2.
Okay, so 91.
91. 91야드.
89.
Okay, 89.
Okay, so why don't you show us the drill swing? And what we're trying to do is get this to launch somewhere around 30 degrees.
나 그 PGA 선수들이 28도에서 32도 사이로 항상 웨지 컨트롤 한다고 그래. 그게 가장 거리감이 좋다고 하니까.
What a great shot. So that's launched at 23 degrees, so a little lower on the face, but it's done exactly what we wanted to in terms of controlling that launch and start line direction. Really great shot. So now let's play the same shot, but without using the drill.
이게 바람이 불 때 이렇게 낮게 치는 웨지샷을 할 줄 알면 되게 이점이 있어. 바람이 영향을 많이 안 타니까. 웨지는 원래 스핀이 많기 때문에 앞바람 불면은 거리가 확 달라지잖아. 그 상황에 훈련하는 거야 지금. 오케이?
Oh, good shot.
Nice.
Very good. So launching at 24. So now compared to how he was hitting his wedges this morning, which were getting up way too high, now he's able to get it launching in the right window, and therefore he's making it controlling his distances better. What most players don't realize is depending on which window they hit it in, it actually affects the yardage. Right? So I was speaking to Keegan Bradley about a shot. We were out on the PGA Tour and I said, okay, Keegan, with this amount of wind in, like how much extra are you going to hit it? Yeah, so I said to him, okay, with this amount of wind, what yardage are you going to play it? You got to know, like, if I'm going to flight this down or not, how is the wind going to affect it?
Okay.
Good.
오케이.
성현이 너가 웨지 컨트롤이 되게 스스로가 부족하다고 느꼈었잖아.
네.
근데 그거를 개선하기 위해서 우리가 알아야 되는 거는 크리스를 통해 PGA 선수들이 어떤 식으로 생각하고 플레이하는지. 너가 그냥 지금 단순히 예전에는 내 감각을 기르려고 연습만 많이 하면 된다라고 생각했었잖아. 근데 그것보다는 우리가 가장 이상적인 그 런치 앵글을 배웠고 선수들이 훈련하는 런치 앵글, 그래서 탄도를 조절하기 위해서 낮게 칠 때 어떤 드릴이 필요한지 얘기를 했고 그걸 훈련을 통해서 너가 실전에서 경험을 했잖아 지금. 근데 우리가 대단히 많은 양의 연습볼을 많이 치지 않았잖아. 근데 너의 그 웨지 플레이가 내가 봤을 때 상당히
Nice.
좋아졌거든.
That bounce is quite firm, isn't it?
그거를 너가 이거 잘 기억하고 앞으로 연습을 할 때 물론 감각도 중요하지만 우리가 그 크리스가 얘기했듯이 PGA 상위권 선수들은 탄도 조절하는 게 세 가지 룸이 있다고 했잖아. 높은, 중간, 낮은 탄도. 그거에 따른 클락 시스템이 다 있으니까 너가 그거 개선하면 내가 봤을 때 너 정말 잘할 수 있을 것 같아. 오케이? 자신감 가져도 될 것 같아. 웨지 플레이 넌 더 이상 약한 게 아니야. 오케이?